Again, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, green the line! Green the line! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, then the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Run, run! Here we go, here we go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing now is Wentz. Rolling to, looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back, come back! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back!
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come back! Hey, green the line! Green the line! Come back, come back! Richmond, Richmond! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back!
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, black 22! Black 22! Richmond, Richmond! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught inside the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Reset. Target. Richmond.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Black got it out good. Target.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Target.
To the air yet again, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Richmond.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Reset.
From the gun on third, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Richmond.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there from Ajayi. 66 yards for him on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. They get it to him running left. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first and 10, Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Tiger. Reset. Tiger. You can't block me.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson underneath for Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Come back. 58, Come back.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Golden Tate, 34 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tiger. Black 99 Philly. Come back. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 36. Tiger. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
22. Richmond.
Check
24.
On first down, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Watson on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
Black down and out, Philly.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well.
That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Black. Let's 5-7.
Wins to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And here comes the Texans now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.